Okay. Hey guys. I know I don't post on here a lot, but I went and I got a bunch of seeds yesterday because I can't wait for spring and it's not that bad weather out, so I'm very like hopeful. Anyways, so let's start with these. These are a shade mix wildflower. So I want to plant these in my backyard. I have a garden bed and I think I'm going to put these in the garden bed because in the ground I have voles and whatever and they're just going to ruin them and then they'll get overtaken by grass. So I have these and these are cut flowers, hopefully. And then I also bought this, this is a flowers for cutting. They're wildflowers, and I'm gonna put these in my front yard. So I want to put a path from my garage to my hose, and there's this one area that's just blank, and I want to put a bunch of flowers and like these stepping stones that me and my kids made last year. So, alrighty. So usually I have a garden plot. This year I'm not doing my garden plot. I think I haven't changed my mind yet, but I might change it when the sun comes out. But I bought these tomatoes. They are determinate and bush type, meaning they won't get more than 3 feet. So this one is called Red Siberian. And it gets up to 3 feet. There's this one, which is a trailing one that I can put in my baskets. I had trailing ones last year and I loved them. There's this one that is called Tomato Bush Glacier. These are cold tolerant too, but they're just different sized tomatoes. And then I have a Roma, which I like different sized tomatoes. I'm trying to find like orange or green or some other bush type tomato. Usually they're just red, but I found a website they have, so we're gonna think about that. Next, ground cherries. They say kids like them. Maybe if they're really ripe, my kids will like them. We had them at the farmer's market last year and my daughter spit it out in front of the vendor. Embarrassing. But I want to grow these this year. I'm going to try. They're just cute little plants, and then when they fall to the ground, they're ready. So that's why they're called ground cherries. Alrighty. Next I have these black-eyed Susans, and I have a light pole in my front, so I wanted to plant these. I have a clematis. It's not that big. This is gonna be its 3rd year. Plus the deer tend to munch on it. So I was going to grow the black-eyed Susan so that it's covered and beautiful, because I've always wanted like just a big vine with lots and lots of flowers. And black-eyed Susans are very, very vigorous. Very. Okay. Next I have a basil. This basil is called Cardinal, and it's pretty much, I wanna use it for like cut flowers, like in a vase and stuff, not necessarily eating. And then I also got this because I like to have colorful basils, and then the purple ones, and I can also use for cut flowers. They're really pretty in a vase and they last, and they'll root probably, and then you can plant them. Borage. If you know me, you know I love borage. I always plant this. My kids love it. Tastes like cucumbers, and it's really pretty and edible. Parsley, like always. Swiss chard. I love to roll Swiss chards. You can put it in salad and stuff, but I never do. Or soup and cook it like spinach, but I really like to just roll it like a grape leaf. And then you can freeze them, and it's really good. Summer savory, which is called Za'atar Akhdar. I grow it every year and I never cook it, and I plan on doing it one year. Maybe this is the year. Red onions, red like scallions. So I have a bunch of scallions in my front. I used up all my red ones, so I still have a lot of green onions. So I'm not planning on growing any green onions, but I will be growing some red onions. And red onions and green onion scallions, I should say, are super easy, perennial. They come back every year. They have beautiful flowers. I just leave them in the ground, and I always have when I need. In the spring and summer and fall. In the winter, I think they're like kind of mushy. I don't know. I haven't tried, but yeah. Okay, radishes. Lots of radishes. Radishes are supposedly super easy. I don't have good luck. They'll grow, but I think I need to start them super early. But in Michigan, we don't really have a spring. It goes from cold to like super hot real quick. So I have this one. These are the Kaleidoscope. So it has like yellow ones, like more bright colors. This is called the Easter egg. So it has like the light pink, the dark pink, the purple, and the white. These are really pretty. This is French breakfast, super cute. And then this is another Easter egg because I plan on growing them in the spring and then I'll grow them also in the fall. That's my plan. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Carrots, I also do carrots, but I think I'm gonna do carrots. I'm gonna try to doing it in my landscape this year because I've tried it in my pots. It takes up too much room. I don't have room. I need to be more efficient with the space that I have, and carrots take a long time. So I'm gonna try it in the ground. It may not work because of the wildlife and animals, but I think if I put like Repel All or maybe spray the tops, since we don't eat the tops, with like some animal repellent, maybe it'll keep them away. I tried marigolds to keep the bunnies away, but then the bunnies ate the marigolds. So yeah, there's no such thing, by the way, as animal resistant plants, like deer resistant, rabbit resistant, because literally it just depends on the area. It depends on their taste, but like ours in our area literally eat everything, like literally. Leeks. Since I've had such success with scallions in the landscape, I've decided to grow leeks because I think the tops are super pretty. They're like thick, long green, like grass. And then I can put like the carrots in the front, which is like a ferny kind of texture, and then flowers in front of that. So like a layered effect. And I think that the texture will be just like out of this world. So I'm gonna try that this year. I have a tricolor bean. I am doing bush beans this year because the pole beans are just too much. I can't. So bush beans, they grow really fast. They get a bunch of beans and then they pretty much slow down, so I can just pull them out and I'm done. So that's my plan this year, bush beans. I've never grown bush beans before. Then I have these three. So I have baby red Russian kale. So I plan on, once my son's science experiment is done, I plan on growing this for salad. Then I have a kale mix. I think kale isn't my favorite green to eat, but I do like the look of it in the landscape. But another problem with kale is it's in the Brassica family, and we have a lot of cabbage moths. So I have to continually spray this with something called BT, which is a natural bacteria. And when the caterpillars will munch on the BT that is sprayed onto the leaves of a Brassica, it pretty much makes them have indigestion and they die. And then lastly, I have these microgreens, and I just think they're super pretty on like avocado toast and stuff. So I want to grow these in the winter too, like now. And I think they said, what, 5 to 10 days. So yeah, this will be really fun. I can do this with my children as soon as, like I said, my son's science experiment is done, which is hopefully a few more days. Anyways, those are my plants. Those are my seeds so far. I am going to try to make a video showing you guys like the process that I do. I know I've done small clips in the past, but hopefully I want to start like actual videos of all of this stuff. That's my Milos. Look, every time he sees a bag. Milos. Milos. And he's like obsessed with these seeds. Watch this. What is that? Anyways, so yeah, I will try to make videos this year showing you guys how I start my seed, plant my seeds, the time. I'm a zone 5, 6. This summer I think we're pretty much a 6. But like 3 years ago we were definitely a 5. So yeah, I will start those probably mid-March is when I'll start everything, because you don't want them too big because then there's transplant shock. Anyways, this is Mesa from I Wet My Plants, and I will see you guys later. Bye.